Hello, Donnie Smith here, and I have got a challenge for you. And that challenge is to determine if a career in collision repair is a fit for you or not. Now, keep watching this because at the end of this, I'm going to show you how you can receive free training online for auto body and paint. Now, first of all, before we start talking about collision repair, let's determine if this training is a fit for you or not. Now, if you're a high school student, you've spent 13 years in college. That's if you graduated. I mean, kindergarten to 12th grade. And I know when I was in school, that seemed like such a long time. 13 years. That seemed like that was just so long. But in reality, it's not that long because we're going to spend at least a minimum of 45 years in our career before retirement. And that's what I want to talk to you about right now is what are we going to do with those 45 years? And it's probably going to be more because you may not have enough to retire in 45 years. In fact, you may not be able to retire at all. The percent of Americans at risk of not having enough money to retire in the U.S. is on the rise, and that's according to MSNBC News. So will you even be able to retire? So we're going to talk about a few of those things, and we're going to talk about some of the options that you have after high school. So are you going to just go out and get a job? Well, without any training, you're probably going to start out at minimum wage, and that's right now at $7.25 per hour. Now, that is less than $1,200 a month. So we're going to take that $1,200 and we're going to kind of apply it to what it costs to actually live. And I've done some research and got some numbers, some statistics, and we're going to look at that. Now, a house or apartment, now this price reflects the average cost of a one-bedroom house, and this was through different major cities in the U.S. It can range from $380 to $1,300 per month. So we're going to be conservative. We're just going to use the 380. Utilities for gas, electric, water, cable, things like that. The average cost is $264. So we're going to use that number. Now, auto, most people like to drive nice cars, but we're not even going to figure that. We're just going to say we're just going to continue driving Old Faithful. So 0 for auto. Gasoline, that's something that we have to have. We can't live without it. And the average spend on that is $122 per month, and that's at $2.75. Now, obviously, gas is going up and down, and it's over $3 right now, but let's just say $122 per month. Insurance and maintenance. Now, this is for your car insurance, and maintenance is like for oil changes, and if your car breaks down, let's be real conservative and say $50 a month. Did some more research on grocery averages, and that's $180 per month, and probably I spend more than that. Now, this is at the minimum. This is just the minimum things it takes to live. That comes close to $1,000. Now, that's for the $380 for the apartment, the utilities, no car. This is for gasoline, insurance, maintenance, and groceries. That's close to $1,000. Well, we're only making $1,200 per month, and we haven't even figured in good old Uncle Sam yet. And he's probably going to want more than that extra $200. So we're actually going to go to work every day and be in the hole and getting deeper and deeper in debt every day. So, we didn't even talk about some other things. What about I know everybody has cell phones. You got to include for costs like that. What about a family? You ever going to want to have kids? That sure costs a lot of additional income. Health insurance, medical expenses. Are you ever going to get sick and have to go to the store and get medication? Pay the doctor to look at you, get the flu? You ever going to get hurt or injured or anything like that? I mean, that's going to cost money. Where's that money going to come from? And, it's really be difficult going through life without having a little bit of fun. Now, this didn't include like going out and eat, the movies. And what if you want to buy a new car or a car to repair someday? Or what if you want to buy a new home? How are you going to do that? Well, here's a couple of options that Americans are doing. One thing a lot of Americans are doing is working 2 or 3 jobs. And you can do that. You can work 2 or 3 jobs and, be able to make ends meet that way. Another thing, some of the students are doing is going to college to secure a decent income. But According to National Assessment of Vocational Education, really only two-thirds of Americans do not obtain a four-year degree. I mean, we kind of have the idea that everybody goes to college, but you know, a lot of those students that are going to college are not completing and getting a four-year degree. And you know, 25% of students after high school go directly to work. So in reality, this leaves almost 67% of students that will not obtain at least a bachelor's degree from college. Now you may ask yourself, are you going to be one of them 67%? Well, what if you are considering going to college? Here's some more questions you may want to ask. What if you're not interested in spending an additional 4+, and if you're going for a degree, it's probably going to be more than 4 years, you know, sitting in classrooms listening to lectures. What if that's not, you know, interesting to you? How about paying this back? College loans are hard to pay back when you get out. There are people out there that have very, very high loans, and they spend many years trying to pay the expense back. And what if, you know, you don't want to be in one of the careers that this leads to? I mean, what kind of career is this going to lead to? Is it going to lead to you know, sitting behind desk or pushing papers or you know, taking calls, crunching numbers? If that's interesting to you, then you know, that's a good thing. But what if it's not? What if you're not interested in doing those things, and you spend all that time, that the money for that type of career, and you're not happy? Well, you know, I suggest that you find something that you're passionate about and start from there. You know, find something that you like doing, and something that you can have a successful career in too. You know, because according to CBS News, there's only 45% of Americans are happy at their job. That means most people are not even happy with their job. So first of all, find what you're passionate about, and that's a good starting point. So what are those alternatives? Well, Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger, he recognized the problem that our nation was facing with students not even graduating high school or going to college. And you know, these students, of course, were left without any skills to secure one of these successful careers that we're talking about. And he knew that vocational programs was a solution. So what are these vocational programs? Well, that's programs like collision repair, of course, and that's what we're going to talk about. It's also, you know, automotive technology, welding, and carpentry, you know, trades like that. That's vocational education. Now let's talk about collision repair. If you're interested in this, you know, there is a need for collision repair technicians, because as long as people continue to drive vehicles, there are going to be accidents. I don't know about you, but every time I go down the road, I see lots of accidents, and I sure doesn't seem like people are driving any safer to me. So there's going to be accidents, and as long as there are accidents, there's going to be people required to repair those accidents. And the roads are getting busier with more traffic every day because the population is growing. And that all means job security for technicians. You know, another thing I want to mention is outsourcing. You know, we don't have the issue of outsourcing with this career. I mean, think about it. Could you imagine an insurance company getting a car that's been in an accident and saying, well, let's ship that car over, you know, overseas and have it repaired over there, have them ship it back? You know, that doesn't even make sense. That's not going to happen. Our jobs are not going to be outsourced. We need certified technicians that are trained to know how to properly repair these vehicles back to their pre-accidental condition in every state, in every town in America. That's job security. So what can you expect to make? Well, ICAR did a survey in 2007, and as you can see, of these jobs that's on here, it's one of the higher incomes on the average. This is a national average, and $51,312 is an average. Now, this is not the first year. This is an average through different technicians that's out there right now. That's the average that they're making. So that's kind of what you can expect to make on the average. But you know, the top 10%, they're making $88,000 a year. Now, for a 40-hour week, that averages about $45 an hour. Now, that's not bad. I don't know about you, but I think that's pretty good. Now, technicians that have certifications like ASE, they're the ones that's making significantly higher. And increased number of shops they're hiring from technical schools. It's up 47% from 22% that was in 2001. So they're hiring students that complete, you know, post-secondary degree programs. So what are your working conditions going to be? Well, according to the U.S. Department of Labor, most automotive body shop repair technicians, they work indoors. So if you like the thought of working indoors, out of the weather, where it's maybe hot or cold, this may be of interest to you. If you like working a standard 40-hour week, Monday through Friday, this may be a fit for you. Now, there are some self-employed, some independent shops that may work 40 hours, more than 40 hours per week, but on the average, it's a Monday through Friday job, 40-hour work week. So if you're still kind of wondering, is this a fit for me or not, this is how ICAR Education Foundation puts it. And this is how they say it. If you are someone who enjoys working with your hands, has a mechanical aptitude, takes pride in your work, and is passionate about cars, then you may consider a career in collision repair. In spite of many of the stereotypes, the collision repair field can be very rewarding for individuals who possess the right skills and desirable attitude. In fact, most people are surprised to learn that a collision repair technician's income, on average, is better than comparable trades. Also, an experienced technician has high income potential, excellent job security, and ample opportunities for career advancement within the entire automotive industry. So if that sounds interesting to you, this may be a fit for you. Let's talk about the career pathways. You may want to be something other than just a collision repair or paint technician. Well, there's a lot of different pathways that this can go into. For example, collision estimator. Every shop needs someone that can deal with the customers and write estimates for them. Aviation, auto assembler, customer advisor, parts specialist, body shop manager. Every dealership has someone that manages. You might decide to get into the management side of this. You might decide to become a body shop owner. A lot of technicians do in this field. And when talking about that, really the income can be, as high as it's up to you. Thinking about CARSTAR, a huge franchise, that really just started from a guy in Canada that started as a single shop. And now they're a huge shop that's all over the U.S. and Canada. So, really it's kind of up to you of what you can make of this career. You may decide to go on the insurance side of this and become an auto damage appraiser. Or, like me, you might decide to become a collision repair instructor. So there are a lot of different career pathways for you to consider. So here is my challenge to you. My challenge is for you to go ahead and take a test drive of this career. If you found that you may be interested in this, we have a free series of training videos for you to view. So go ahead and take the test drive, and to learn how, all you have to do is go to www.teachmehow.info, and there you will be able to sign up and get the free training headed your way. Thanks for watching.